All right, mates, if your river is anything like mine, it is rising, rising, rising. Although hopefully we'll see the crest here today. We've had rivers up from 3 feet to 6.5 feet and from 5 feet all the way up to 9 feet in different sections. And a lot of people ask me, they got it on the rising water level, like from Friday, from Thursday into Saturday, why the spinnerbait bite was so effective, because the water was rising, right? Well, now the water is about to crest. And so one of the things that I transitioned to, and had a bunch of people ask me questions over the weekend about what's going to be your go-to bait come Tuesday, Wednesday. And really it's after the water is crest and the water begins to fall back down is when I really, really love to just go back to the very, very simple hair jig or if you're a Ned rig fisherman, a hair jig, okay? Because it'll get you down to where you need to be. Because what happens, mates, is whereas you had that topwater bite last week, right? The fish were aligning closer to the top of the water column. During these high water events, the fish are actually going to pin themselves to the rocks on the bottom because they don't want to be dealing with all of that excessive water and flow from the high water event brought about by all the rain. So what I like to do, and it's successful for me, is to go back to the hair jig, Ned rig presentations. Okay, this one's gotten beat up already. Okay, you can tell it's already gotten beat up, but I love this copperish color. Okay, a green pumpkin brown. All right. You can also, this time of year, because the water temperatures are rising up a little bit, barring the cold rain, we're going to start to see the crawl. And so you want to go with a crawl style trailer on your hair jig, okay? And that's highly effective. This is going to sit on the bottom and just move like that. Or, fundamentally for me, what I always like to do, have in my back pocket, is always like to have that tube, okay? You can put a tube on a hair jig. I'll show you how in another video coming up this week. I got to rig up some bigger tubes because I know the tube is going to be on fire this weekend on the river. I'm gonna basically present the tube in various different ways, but this is the simplest way. It's just to use a small tube. You also can cut your soft plastic if you want. If you only have like a worm or a Ned rig, you can cut that Ned worm very with some sharp scissors to get you that little different effective in the water column bouncing around. So these are just some things that I want you to consider as the water starts to fall back down to normal stage after rising so quickly the last couple days.